What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Today we are checking out SCP-1762, Where the Dragons Went. This video is from SCP Illustrated, so be sure to subscribe to him if you haven't already. He makes great content. We haven't checked him out for a while, so yeah, definitely gonna check him out with this one. My first introduction to these dragons was in the Pines special from the Confinement series in Lord Bung, where there was a box that said "Here be dragons," right? That's what I remember. And yeah, then I was like, why does it say "Here be dragons"? And it was like these origami dragons, and then everybody said it's a tragic story, so I guess the dragons are all gone. It's definitely a common myth, I guess. Dragons being slain all the time. Dragons are always extinct in like every universe if you think about it. The Game of Thrones universe, you know, the dragons were pretty much extinct until Daenerys had the 3 eggs, and then even in The Witcher the dragons were pretty much extinct. That's a series I've watched recently. So yeah, dragons have a history of just going extinct in these myths and legends. But yeah, you guys let me know, man. What is your favorite fantasy world? So whether it is, you know, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, you know, anything like that, even Warhammer. What's your favorite fantasy or fiction universe? You guys let me know in the comments below. Mine, I don't know, maybe Marvel, I guess. It would take me a while to think about, you know, and I haven't thought about it that much. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, man. Click those notifications so you never miss a video. We upload every single day, usually 1 video, maybe even 2. Obviously, we've got the Walking Dead playthrough coming out now, so there will be a few videos a day. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to go and check that one out too. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into this video, man. Let's go.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to SCP Illustrated, Entry Log 56. Today we'll be looking at SCP-1762, also known as Where the Dragons Went. Now, this is my first neutralized SCP, and please note this is quite a sad one as well, so get your tissues ready.
Oh, I don't have tissues. Oh, shit.
Description. SCP-1762-1 is a plain cardboard box that is 32 cm by 20 cm by 26 cm. It is spray-painted silver on the interior and exterior, and the words "Here be dragons" are handwritten in black permanent marker on the lid of the container. Opening the lid of SCP-1762-1 when it is not in the process of a release reveals it to be empty. SCP-1762-1 will infrequently open and initiate a release of SCP-1762-2. During this time, the box will briefly emit a large amount of black smoke that quickly dissipates. It takes an average of 20 seconds for SCP-1762-2 to emerge after the smoke clears. SCP-1762-2 is the collective term applied to the beings that emerge from SCP-1762-1. All instances of SCP-1762-2 bear resemblance to various types of dragons, in both Eastern and Western depictions, albeit in forms similar to that of origami models. Analysis of SCP-1762-2 reveals that they are composed of kami paper. After exiting SCP-1762-1, instances of SCP-1762-2 will fly together in large groups and interact playfully with any nearby personnel and each other. SCP-1762-2 vary in length from 9 to 30 centimeters. All are capable of sustained flight once they exit SCP-1762-1 and have been recorded attaining speeds of 15 kilometers an hour.
Whoa.
The number of SCP-1762...
15 kilometers an hour is pretty fast, but it's not that fast. Most birds can fly a lot faster than that, right? What's the fastest clock speed of a human? What would Usain Bolt run? I'm pretty sure it's faster than that too.
2 varies from each opening of SCP-1762-1, with numbers ranging from 50 to over 400.
Oh shit.
After approximately 2 or 3 hours of time spent outside of SCP-1762-1, all instances of SCP-1762-2 return and fly back into SCP-1762-1. During this time, SCP-1762-1 will once again begin emitting smoke, and instances of SCP-1762-2 will vanish after passing the rim of SCP-1762-1. SCP-1762-1 closes once all SCP-1762-2 have returned to it. The next date of release is inconsistent.
So, let me get this straight. This box starts emitting black smoke at random days of the week. No one knows what day it's going to do it. It emits smoke for like 20 seconds, then all these paper origami dragons fly out, different sizes, sometimes a few, sometimes a lot. And then after a while of flying around, the dragons decide to go back to the box. The black smoke starts being emitted again, and then the dragons are gone. Right, okay.
A message written or carved into a varying material will sometimes materialise on top of SCP-1762-1's lid once the box retrieves all instances of SCP-1762-2. Attempts to send a message or recording device back with SCP-1762-2 have provided negative results. These documents and their appropriate dates of appearance are being compiled and recorded. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1762...
I was going to say, probably just contain him at a site in a room, right? Probably. Don't let him go outside.
-1 is held in a standard containment unit at site. During the periods when SCP-1762-1 releases SCP-1762-2, video logs are to be recorded for future research. Although instances of SCP-1762-2 have been deemed harmless, they should not be allowed to exit their containment unit. Addendum 1762-01. On 2000 SCP-1762-1 began to undergo a series of events that lasted 11 months and 28 days. These events, as well as prior incidents that led up to the beginning of the scenario, have now been classified under the title of the Jabberwocky event.
What the fuck's a Jabberwocky, dude? I heard of it. Is it like a dragon? Fuck it, dude.
Addendum 1762-02.
Oh, here's a question. What happens if the dragon doesn't make it back to the box? Or does the box only thingy when the dragons all make it back? Like, what if you trap one of the dragons when all the other ones are flying back?
Of the Jabberwocky event. Document 1762-1 obtained in 2004. This is the first recorded instance of SCP-1762-1 opening while contained at site. You have found us. Thank you. It has been so long since we last saw each other, friends. The peace has been upheld. The giants and the behemoths have kept their word and have not caused any trouble since you last came and gave the order. We missed your company. How has your family been? Do you still know how to work your room? You are welcome to visit any time.
The fuck?
Document 1762-4. Date obtained 2004. It's strange to see how much your world has changed. It is even strange to see how we now appear in this place. In fantasy, we are much bigger. Or maybe you've grown taller. Fantasy is still the same. We hope you can visit us like you used to. Though our room is as grand as ever, it appears yours has shrunken. We do not understand. The rooms were supposed to be maintained as was our agreement. Please restore the belief.
I'm kind of confused right here. Who are the dragons talking to? Like what? It's true. Dragons are portrayed as these massive flying lizards that breathe fire. So yeah, I mean having these mini dragons that are like 30 centimeters long at max. Yeah, I mean they seem saying that some kind of room has gotten smaller or not been maintained. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Document 1762-6. Date obtained 2005. Only 20 instances of SCP-1762-2 appeared during this event. Said instances did not lift off and instead walked slowly on foot for the whole period they were out of SCP-1762-1. Friends, we apologise for our few numbers. We have had to remain in fantasy for quite some time. The others are growing impatient. We are trying to keep the peace, but please, for all of our happiness, repair the room quickly. We know you are trying. Your family is the most imaginative of us all. Wait, what? What is going on, bro? What fantasy are they going to, dude? What universe are these dragons from, dude? We're trying to repair the room. Is the room the box? What was the room?
In 1762-14. Date obtained?
No, we don't get the year, dude.
Along with 10 instances of SCP-1762-2 appearing, 3 balls of yellow crumpled construction paper were expelled from SCP-1762-1. These pieces were observed to shake violently for 5 seconds, then ceased all further movement. They were picked up by SCP-1762-2 and returned to SCP-1762-1. The giants were foolish. Your room was not ready to accept them yet. We're sorry, friends. We hope that we can still see you, but time is growing short for our happiness.
What?
Document 1762-15.
So these dragons are the friends of these humans. Maybe in the past, when they used to come out. But something is going on, dude. What's going on? What's going on in the dragon realm? And what are these giants doing, dude?
Date obtained. 2005 instances of SCP-1762-2 emerged, carrying said document. They immediately returned to SCP-1762-1 after depositing it on the floor. Tensions are rising. Fantasy is becoming darker. We, the serpents and the hybrids, are furiously trying to hold them back. But the giants and the elves wish to strike and make an entrance.
Uh-oh.
They say that your family has grown stupid and ignorant. We hope this untrue. It would sadden us all greatly to know that you have forgot.
Giants and the elves. So, here's a theory. Obviously, the fantasy realms all have all these mystical creatures like dragons, giants, elves, dwarfs. You know, you can go on and on and on. Maybe all these creatures were put into this other realm which comes from the box. And the dragons are I don't know if the dragons are the peacemakers or the keepers, you know what I mean? And they used to come out and visit sometimes, right? But now, for some reason, everyone is salty. I don't know why they're salty. Whether they want to attack or they want to come back and now the dragons are dying or they're killing the dragons or some shit, I don't know.
Document 1762-16. Date obtained. 2000. A single red instance of SCP-1762-2 emerged from SCP-1762-1. Its wings were torn and it was noticeably crumpled. It collapsed onto the floor 1 minute later and did not move again. Upon its expiration, the body of SCP-1762-2 rapidly unfolded and revealed a message written on the white side of the paper. War. Goodbye, friends. 2 hours later, SCP-1762-1 opened and emitted flames that reached 2 meters in height and temperatures of 1700 degrees Celsius. Sounds of distant roaring were heard from within SCP-1762-1. At 2000 hours, a large amount of torn paper pieces and paper balls were ejected from SCP-1762-1. Several damaged SCP-1762-2 were also expelled and were deemed deceased upon examination. SCP-1762-1 continued to sporadically open and close for the next 6 weeks. During this time, it continued to emit fire as the amount of paper discharged from it steadily decreased. Matter resembling muscle and tissue were continuously expelled from SCP-1762-1 at increasing frequency. SCP-1762-1 remained closed and inactive for the next 7 months. Document 1762-17.
Ooh, for all the paper balls, the dragons. R.I.P. to the dragons, Jesus Christ.
Date obtained. 2000. This document was discovered lying inside the interior of SCP-1762-1. It was written on parchment and many of the words had been blurred or stained with blood. Are you still out there, friends? We miss you dearly. Fantasy is no longer safe. Our haven, your beautiful creation, is gone. The giants are dead. The centaurs are dead. The birds have fled.
Rhyme.
We're going to bury your room. We cannot risk hurting you.
Ah.
This is our goodbye. Maybe one day your family can build another room. This may be a hollow hope, but we will cherish this thought. 1 hour later, SCP-1762-1 began to shake and emit smoke for 15 minutes, after which it began to sag and collapse. Several portions of the box began to char and tear, creating small burn holes throughout. The words "Here be dragons" on the lid of the box were burned away. Document 1762-18.
Room. So is this that portal dimension that they created, and all of them have a box? Maybe in their dimension where people could visit somehow? That's what I'm getting from this. Like, there's a fantasy dimension, And this room, this so-called room that you could go into, allows you to go into another world, right? That's how the dragons came through the box.
Date obtained 2000. This is the final message obtained from SCP-1762-1. It was written in ink on a papyrus scroll and also depicted a scene of a painted mountainous landscape filled with large trees and waterfalls. A single-winged dragon can be seen in the background. It appears to be flying away. The message is written in black ink in the bottom right-hand corner. Master says that we won't see you again. We are sad. So are the remaining others. We once filled each other's heads with dreams and goals. It is so sad that we cannot share them any longer. Master says we have to go. He says that he will make us a new fantasy. And he says you cannot be part of it. We are sad. We love you. We will not forget you, and we are scared. Will you forget us? Upon removal of document 1762-18, salt water began to leak from SCP-1762-1, and the burn marks that covered the container began to disappear. 3 minutes later, SCP-1762-1 had been restored to its original states. The words, "Here be dragons," were replaced with the words, "Here were dragons." The Jabberwocky event is declared concluded with this occurrence. Addendum 3. Since the end of the Jabberwocky event, SCP-1762-1 has shown no further anomalous properties, and has been declared neutralized. SCP-1762-1 and 3 deceased instances of SCP-1762-2 now reside in researcher Yoshihiro Takanaka's office for commemorative purposes.
Would have to be a Japanese dude, surely.
Addendum 1762-04. Update December the 31st, 2015. After 8 years of inactivity, researcher Takanaka reported SCP-1762-1 began emitting purple smoke and spontaneously opened at 2300 hours, falling to the floor. It dislodged a single chunk of crystal, later identified as amethyst, and a large leather-bound book. The contents of this book appear to detail various species that once lived within the world of SCP-1762-2, though from what the author has written, all organisms mentioned are likely extinct. This book is now classified as 1762-BOL-1. The amethyst crystal had the following words carved into it.
One last time.
One last time. After falling, SCP-1762-1 continuously emitted smoke for the next 40 minutes, before ceasing all activity. Upon trying to pick up SCP-1762-1, Takanaka reported that the box proceeded to disintegrate upon touching it. Its remains are now kept in a containment capsule in his office. And that concludes SCP-1762. I hope you've enjoyed it, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did.
Oof, is that it? Oh, I'm confused, dude. Some of those things, like, there's not a lot of details of what the dragons were, where they came from, you know, all of that. I just read a comment here, dude. Look at this comment, man. Look at this comment, boys. What is this? Where boys cried, Toy Story 3. Where men cried, Karen took the kid. Where legends cried, here be dragons. Jesus Christ. Not sure I cried in this video, boys and girls, you know what I mean? But that's a bit deep. Not too sure what happened in the whole with the whole fantasy thing, but obviously, you know, it's gone. It started burning down, it started getting destroyed. They said war, so someone came, someone started fucking them up, dude. I have no idea what it is. I just saw another comment that said it might have been a child's fantasy, you know? And then maybe the child grew up and now it has to be another fantasy. It kind of goes in line with the Toy Story theme there, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, definitely an interesting one. Kind of sad, but I feel like there's not enough details to make me feel genuinely that sad. You know what I mean? It's tragic, but like, I need some more details, some more investment. Like, where did the dragons have come from? Why are there just dragons coming out of a box? You know what I mean? Like, I need some details, but that is not what the SCP universe is great at, giving you all kinds of details. You know, you make the details up yourself. You know what I mean? And everyone probably has different fucking stories of where these dragons came from, you know? That is the end of this video, man. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you all in the next one.